Today is January 24th, 2022, and many of you know that my mom suffered a very severe stroke 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks to this day. And when I saw her, I got to see her once in the hospital. She was completely unconscious, couldn't respond to calling out her name or anything like that. But in the last couple of days, we were able to move her to a board and care home. In the last couple of days, she's been showing some signs of improvement. She opens her eyes and she can turn her head and look at you and acknowledge you, and she can move her left arm and her left leg. So I wasn't planning to do a video, at this time, but then I thought, I really want to get a prayer request out to as many people as I can to pray for my mom. And my prayer request is actually very simple. Its context is found in Ezekiel chapter 37. And in that, I think it's about first 10 verses, God takes the prophet to this valley of dry bones. And he says, Son of man, can these dry bones live again? And Ezekiel gives a very simple but very accurate answer. He says, God, you know. Only God knows. Only God knew if those dry bones could live again. So he told Ezekiel, speak to these dry bones. And so Ezekiel did. And God breathed life back into those dry bones. So my prayer request is very simple, that you would ask God to breathe new life into my mom's dry bones and dry brain cells. And I know for some of you, or many of you, this might be like a really awkward kind of prayer. But if you're feeling uncomfortable or awkward by it, as your friend, I'm asking you, read Romans 10:9 first and kind of get that settled in your heart. Because I do believe God is a healer, but only He knows. It's in His hands. But if you read that little passage in Romans and kind of get that settled, I think you might feel a little more confident in praying Ezekiel 37. A couple of days ago, I was reading in Ecclesiastes, and the verse I read said, He has made everything beautiful in its time. Also, He has put eternity in their hearts, except that no one can find out the work that God does from beginning to end. I think if we were to stop for a moment and reflect on what Solomon was saying here, that we would agree that, yes, I sense there is eternity in my heart, and that there is something after this physical life is over. But then Solomon says, but you know what? No one can find out the work that God does from beginning to end. There are just some things on this side of eternity we just will not grasp or comprehend. But He does make everything beautiful in its time. At the end of that passage, he says, I know that there is nothing better than to rejoice and to do good. So today, tonight, I want to do a song of thanksgiving. It's a song written by Van Morrison. It's called Have I Told You Lately? And I ironically kind of came up with a kind of a bluesy arrangement to the song, but I guess that's kind of how I'm feeling. I am thankful, but at the same time, I'm kind of distressed by my mom's circumstance. So this is Have I Told You Lately by Van Morrison. Have I told you lately that I love you? Have I told you there's no one above you? Fill my heart with gladness, take away my sadness, ease my troubles, that's what you do. Oh, the morning sun and all its glory greets the day with hope and comfort too. Fill my life with laughter, you can make it better. Ease my troubles, that's what you do. There's a love that's divine, and it's yours and it's mine, like the sun. And at the end of the day, we should give thanks and pray to the one. Have I told you lately that I love you? Have I told you there's no one above you? Fill my heart with gladness, take away my sadness, ease my troubles, that's what you do. There's a love that's divine, and it's yours and it's mine, like the sun. And at the end of the day, I will give thanks and pray to the one, to the one. Have I told the sorrows. That's what you do. Until next time, let's be thankful.